T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you going? It's LadyChann, rep nonetheless, and welcome to Combox with Chan, special edition. It's TBV. Link up in the building. Got some special guests, special compadre. One's in the building now. One's coming just in a minute. And we're gonna chop it up about what's been going on in box. And yeah, already we've got UGC Flame in the building with a super chat. Thanks, UGC Flame. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Massively appreciated. We have, is it the Keggy or the Keji? The Keggy, I think it is, isn't it? In the building. New country, sub-country, in the building. I know Julius ain't on this one. Julius is coming on the week of Serrano and Taylor Serrano. So, yeah, because we had to reschedule this and Julius couldn't do this one. So we're going to do a women's special on that one. So stick with us, country. Will Lynch in the building. What up, Dow? The keg gee. Is it the keg gee? The keggy. The keggy. AJ all day. I'm gonna this show's gonna be about an hour and 10 minutes max. You can join the panel once I establish what up with my colleagues over here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Joe Habib going to be on? Oh, no. Beeb's not going to be on. But that is I need to get Beeb as well. I've been on Beeb's. Well, I think it was the round table. So I need to hit up Beeb, actually. Look, already the abuse. Goddamn. Oh, gosh, here we go, eh? Here we go. Josh is in the building. I'm all right, Josh. I'm here. What up, Joe? Yeah, we are good in the hood. So I think it's time. So how glowy I look. I'm looking at my TV. I'm glowing out here. Living my life like it's golden. Okay, so I'm introducing. Introducing. Adrian Roy. What up, Age? What's up?
Hey, just staying busy, in the business of boxing, got my kids out there winning fights, winning trophies, setting up some of our own amateur stuff. So things have been going pretty good.
That's good. Good to see y'all.
It's good to see you too. I ain't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a while, isn't it? It's been a fucking while. And then one day I was just thinking, the idea came, it was like, you should link up with the lads, we're
always out here.
Yeah, we always out here, I know, but it was just, because James Payne has been on the panel a good couple of times on my show, just chopping it up with the rest of everyone that comes on my panel. I don't know if he'd be joining us on this one, but we've got King Amin, but he's just getting his kids situated. That's what he's just said. He said
that's all good. I got my son. He's on his PS4 right now, and my other daughter, she's almost an adult, so she's in her room.
Yeah, we got the big kids. Yeah, we got big kids as well. She in her room. Yeah. So I just thought this would be a good idea. Like, since everything changed.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. Yeah. I mean, actually, if everything goes through, I should be actually flying out to be on TBV this next weekend for the live fight chat. So
really?
Ness is flying me out to Vegas. I was supposed to be out there this weekend, but the ticket was too much and a little bit too last notice for me. Yeah,
and Ness is stingy, so he ain't gonna go over too much of the budget.
I'm not gonna lie though, the ticket he told me it was a lot. It was like $800.
Oh shit!
So I was like, I was kind of like,
I get to the UK on that.
Yeah,
yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It was a lot. Plus, he, he's gonna put me up in a condo and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, me and Ness got a really good business relationship. Me doing the border wars and things like that.
Yeah, border wars.
Yep. Yeah. So we've kept it really business, and it keeps it good. So we got a good relationship.
Yeah. Shouts out to Chulo. Shouts out to Ness. I've got a Cash App here somehow. Hang on, one sec. It is from, we gotta do, hang on. Let's see.
What do y'all think? Hey, I gotta ask you though, while I have you. Michael Conlan, Lee Woods, man. That shit broke my heart because I'm half Irish. So a lot of my family lives in Dublin. And just seeing his ass get knocked out right at the end, I was like, damn. Right before St. Patrick's Day.
I know. Bless him. We could touch on that. Will Lynch, thanks for the £7.66 Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I like that, LadyChann. I like your little thing going on right there. That's nice.
I like it. Yeah. It's kind of like the British Royal orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm British. In case in case you didn't get the memo, so I just thought I'd play on it and use it. Yeah, and so for super chat, so I think it's pretty cool. Thanks. So right. Hang on. So I'm glad it was easy to be able to do this. You just click the link and you come right in, isn't it? It's different from Skype.
Yeah, no, definitely. And trust me, I'm a dinosaur. So, that technology shit, man, you got to make it easy. You got to make it easy.
It was easy. You did it well. Because sometimes people are like, do I need to have special upload programs and stuff? No, pretty much you just click kind of link and sort it. It brings you right here. So it's pretty cool. So for me, it was going backwards. The dinosaur bit was doing Skype. I hadn't did Skype since I was literally in my 20s. So I mean, that was yes. So I haven't used Skype a lot. We started to use this a couple years ago. StreamYard, really. Everybody was using Zoom a lot. That was the thing. I'll still use Zoom when need be. But I may use Skype for sometimes when I'm going to do some call-ins, and that makes it easy. Because you don't really need extra equipment. But usually it's StreamYard. People do Zoom. Hang on, I've just got a notification. Amin will be on in 6 minutes.
Yeah, you know how I'm gonna date myself real quick. So I used to battle rap on Yahoo Chat.
Oh God.
That's how old I am, man. My parents hated me. They were like, why are you saying all those nasty things for hours?
They're like banging the wall. They're like, go to bed.
Luckily I was upstairs and they were downstairs, and they were pretty understanding of what it was, but they were just like, why are you just up there for hours on the weekends, at night, during the day, It's what we do, moms. It's what we do.
We got to perfect the craft,
Right, but that's how old that is. I mean, and I remember, it's.
I don't even think I used Yahoo Chat. I think I skipped that. I don't think I used your. It was remember as Messenger MSN. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah, that was that, and then it pretty much went to it was MSN, Skype, and then I was out doing my job. I weren't really around doing music and stuff, so I wasn't really doing all of this. And then when we bounced back in, it was Zoom, like I said, and then it was StreamYard, and we're still here for StreamYard. That's weird. But yeah, I do remember Yahoo Chat though. I didn't use it, but I do remember.
I stopped doing music back right when they made the transition where you couldn't even sell CDs anymore. It didn't even make sense to press them up. Like I was right there, like 2009, 2010. I was like, shit. And now I look at it like, damn, they made it so much easier.
I know. Just digital. Everything's digital. Easy. Send it to the store. We just tap in. Yeah, we'll buy that. We'll buy so much easier. But I miss the days of burning CDs. And
I don't miss hustling people on the street or at shows. I don't miss that. But come on, $5.
$5. Yeah, that was when I used to come out to the States, and I used to be like in Brooklyn and stuff like that. Oh my God, it was always $5. And then I'd just speak and go, I'm not from here. And they go, oh, where are you from? And I'd be like, oh, London. And they'd be like, London, England. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you can have it for free. I got it for free. Because they just wanted, to have it somewhere else that, she could bring back the CD to her UK people. So, yeah, which I did. So shouts out to those guys as well. And that was only like literally the last time that happened to me. The last time I was in the States was 2016. So it wasn't that long ago. They were still handing out CDs down in Manhattan and Brooklyn. So,
Yeah, I mean, they still make CD players in cars. So,
yeah,
just in case.
Yeah, just to get ours kind of stopped. Like my newest card that I had, that it had. I don't think it had any CD player. It was just CarPlay. So your phone would just sync to the car.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'd have DAB radio and stuff, and that would be it. You just have like your screen, and it would be touch screen. Everything's changed. So yeah. Like literally, but the car I had before was CDs, and like my old school cars, CD changers. So you could have like 4 CDs and interchange. Yeah, all of that.
Hey, I had the whip with the fucking TV screen that popped out, and I could play the video games. And I had some badass subs in my car. Like took up the whole trunk, beating. Hey, listen, I'm just telling you.
They're like, here comes Batman Jones.
Right, and listen, then I would play Transformers in there, and it feel like my whole fucking car was transforming. Like when it
lit off. Yeah, was it like Bumblebee? Your car turned into Bumblebee. I love Transformers, by the way. I love all that shit. Tomboy and me, love all that shit. Yeah, those were the good old days, Age. The good old days.
Yeah, they were. They were. Less responsibility.
I know. We didn't get the memo that being an adult is going to be like a drag, but hey, we're here and we're blessed to still be here. So tell my audience a bit about yourself, like where you live, where you from, and the stuff that you're doing in boxing, etc.
I got you. Well, I run a boxing club. We're actually going to open up our second location in May. So I run a boxing club called Old School Boxing, USA Boxing certified. Since you're over there, that's like the amateur system out here. You have to be a part of that to get to the Olympics, even though they took boxing out of the Olympics. So I don't know, USA Boxing, the power hold on throwing shows is getting a little weaker because of that. But they're still having the JOs this year. I've promoted boxing events. I've been in boxing and sports and loved it my whole life. I was a personal trainer for several years, but I just have love for the sport. I met you obviously on the Boxing Voice. I started listening to that when I was working for one of my buddies, sanding floors and doing the boxing thing, building it up. Because the thing is, having a boxing club does not make you rich. You know, like you're fucking poor as fuck. Like you're not making tons of money from it. So it's really for the love of the sport. And that's when I sit there and tell people, like, you can talk about boxing or you can be in boxing. I mean, I train some pros as well. So I've been around the United States with my pro fighters. So I've just enjoyed the whole sport all the way around. Right. And I listened to the Boxing Voice and a couple other channels when I was sanding floors, got into the Boxing Voice, went to go fight in Border Wars first. And then after seeing how unorganized and whatnot, the first one was me and my business partner. Actually, when I went for the second fight, we were like, nah, they need to let us do this because we're gonna do this and make money and do this the way we feel it should be done. Yeah. And you know, luckily we went there. I'm pissed I didn't win the fight, my second fight, but you know what, it is what it is. Yeah. It was just a boring fight. Let's just put it that way. You can see it on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll link it.
But yeah, we talked to him the business. We told him we could do what we could do. You know, my partner owned a bar. I was managing it at the time. So we had a lot of things to put in place. And yeah, he let us do that first one. And we had like 250 people come out. It was outdoors. I mean, it was dope. I'm not going to lie. It was just like super fly.
Is that the one I saw? Is that the one was I on the Boxing Voice by the time that one happened in it was outdoors. It was was it in your town?
Yeah. If it was outdoors, it was by us.
That one. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
But we did two of them. So the second one, I think. Yeah, the first one was really nice. The second one was cool. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. Like I'm actually throwing my own amateur show on June 25th.
Where's that gonna be?
That's gonna be at our new boxing and jiu-jitsu location in like Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Okay. So I mean, it's like a big event. So it's like boxing. They're gonna have a jiu-jitsu tournament, some sort of working out, weightlifting thing, all in the complex at the same time. So you know, I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's me and my business partners plan to have 9 gyms open, and we all want him to have his jiu-jitsu. That's DEFCON, Defensive Combatives. They're going to have his school in there, and then they'll have an old school boxing club in there.
Cool.
So that's the plan.
That's cool because we got a lot of, as you can see, I've got a lot of US viewers here, US subbers. So it's worth letting everybody know. Oh, here's Canna. What up, though, Canna?
Yeah, what up to Canna? Yeah, there we go.
What up, though? What up, though? So salute to you, Canna. Thanks for joining us. Sawab in the building. What up, Sawab?
But yeah, so I'm just out here trying to do it in boxing. I got a kid that wants to go pro soon. He's still got some work. He's not listening to me yet, but he still needs to spend some time in the amateurs and this and that. But when you're winning, it's always easy to think that you're better than you really are.
Sorry, send him to Auntie Shan's. He'll start listening to you then. Send him to his auntie in the UK who don't play. Say, no, she don't play. Yeah, see, don't let me send you to her. Just put me on the screen. He'll do everything that you ask him to do, Sitter, with that threat. You know, everything. We got our guy. I'm introducing, introducing King of Essex. Ding, 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 ding. What up, Joe?
Big up yourself, gal.
Oh, go on, Popcorn.
Adrian, what's good, my brother?
What's good, King? It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man. You know, this is all the way official. I got no hoodie. I got no plume of smoke. There's no special effects. This is, you're catching me straight off the, you know what I mean? Straight off the streets. There you go.
Yeah,
I got you.
Where's your Thundem season t-shirt? Why you never wear it?
Never wear it. See, you don't follow my blog. You tripping.
I do. I see you. I see. I mean, on the show. I do see you wear it. No, I do see you wear it. I even reposted the time when you wore it on mine.
That shirt is more for public life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever catch me in the streets of Essex, for real, I got that Dundum season upon my body.
Rah. Adrian needs to get with the program, Adrian.
Hey,
Come on.
you just got to send me a T-shirt. I wear it all the time. I rock nothing but boxing shirts everywhere I
bought
go.
his. Armin bought his.
Oh, I got you. No, I'm not like that. I support. I'm not that way.
Yes, bought his.
Hey, but look, Adrian, I bet you Ronnie and Jamal and Jamel, they ain't pay for theirs.
No, they didn't.
And his amateur, one of his amateur proteges, he's got like a Dylon who's like 14. So I sent 4 out for them, you know. And Ronnie wore his on the show.
I'm just saying I can wear that shirt with my boxers too and put it up. I'm just saying.
All right. Say nothing. Yeah, it'll be good. Next time when we all rock out, we'll all uniform it, and that would be pretty cool. Because then we'll match the backdrop of what you can see here. The backdrop, the London season will all be in sync. But right now, I'm wearing my friends' Tunde Ajayi Stamina for Sale, their merchandise. So that's staminaforsale.com, and they've got pretty nice trackies and hoodies and nice t-shirts and stuff. So they sent me these, which was very nice. I got a few different colors. So shouts out to Tunde Ajayi. Yeah. So look, Canna's laughing at us already. He thinks we're wild. He thinks we're wilding out here. All right. So where we gonna start? Do you want to talk? Because you talked about the Conlan thing. Do you want to talk about that, Adrian?
Yeah. Like that broke my heart, man. Here's my thing. I never thought Michael Conlan ever really had power like that. Just he's a really good boxer. So I was surprised when he dropped Lee Wood at first. I was like, man, we got this in the bag. Like he was outboxing him, he was doing good, and I didn't even understand. Like when he got knocked out the ring, I was like, damn, it's like that. It's just over. But I got to give credit to Lee Wood. That dude was getting beat all fight long. I would have been discouraged as a person if I was getting just battling like that. And dude he caught him. You know, he fought to the very end and caught him and got the win. So I got nothing but respect for that. But it's like, man, where does Michael Conlan go from here? Because it was a great performance. Until it wasn't one.
Yeah, it was till it was. I predicted that Lee Wood would win by stoppage, though. So when I saw him get dropped, I was like, fuck, my prediction's so wrong. It's so wrong. And I was like, my group, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, nah, he's going to turn it around. And everyone was like, whatever, Shan. I was like, no, I know it. Just call me Boxstradamus. Then when it turned around, everyone was like, yo, Shan, yeah, you got that. That was a Bernard Hopkins out the ring. At least Bernard was conscious. He was like, what? But I was like, what the hell happened?
And at least Conlan wasn't 50. So, you know, I'm not going to go that far, you know, and say, you know, in that magnitude. I'm saying Bernard Hopkins, he had no business being in there. These two guys in their prime, I think, like, you know what I mean? This fight was pretty good for their levels. Conlan, I think most people was thought he was on the way up, but I saw a lot of the real hardcores picking Wood, but I don't know, Shan, that anybody was so intricate as to pick it by stoppages like you did. But I did see some of the hardcores pick Wood. Yeah,
I even put my prediction up for the fight. I filmed it and put it on my thing. Yeah, I picked it by stoppage. Late. I think I did a late round stoppage. I think so. I was super bang on. But the country was divided because a lot of people were like, oh, because Conlan's from, you know, the amateur, he's got a good AMI background and stuff. So everyone's like, this is going to be where he's going to show that he's, you know, a great boxer, which he is, by the way. Lee Wood being the puncher. And I'd seen only a couple of Lee Wood fights beforehand, and you know he gets the stoppage. He's a hard hitter. He's durable. He's got a good chin. But it was weird that he went down because Conlan's not known as a puncher. But yeah, he went down, and it was a great fucking fight. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So now Lee Wood, I think he's fighting. Who is he? They just said who is he going to fight?
Well, it's been ordered for him and Leo Santa Cruz. What you think about that?
That's it. That's going to be a good fight. And Who would I say? Because I like Leo Santa Cruz. A lot of people don't. You know, he just throws punches in bunches. You know, true Mexican comes forward. But I think, I think Lee Wood's gonna get. He's gonna get outworked at first because Santa Cruz is the better boxer. And he's going to overwhelm him with the volume of punches that he throws until Lee Wood gets in a rhythm and starts to be able to time it. I think Lee Woods is going to be down on a good few rounds, but I think he probably stops Santa Cruz.
And not only that, I'm gonna jump out there and I say the timing thing isn't gonna be so much of an issue. And I want to ask Adrian because every time I watch Leo, he got a tell like he's a bad poker player. Before Leo get ready to do anything, he's got the maracas going,
and he smiles.
So so Leo, he's this before he throws a punch, and I think given I don't want to say the excitement, given the experience that Wood came in off of Conlan, I think no matter how much I consider Leo more shop worn than experienced at this point in his career, and I think Wood can do him in. But I want to ask Adrian, what do you think about something like that, like watching a fighter that is already a little bit, or you think is already a little bit slow, a little bit shop warm, and then somebody like me is spotting a good tell for a fighter to pick up on. Like, what do you think of Leo's chances?
My thing with Leo is, I mean, how's he going to react to getting hit hard after that Tank knockout? Because my thing is like this. There's getting knocked out. That nigga went to sleep and was smiling like he was having a good dream, okay? Like, just completely separated from his consciousness. And I just don't think no one's ever knocked me out in sparring. Nothing. I mean, I've gotten my shit rocked, but I've never just like woke up on the ground and been like, I
thought he was dead.
So my thing is, Leo's gonna get hit. I'm with you. I mean, he's got a rhythm and he doesn't change. He gets into a groove. And yeah, he definitely does have a tell. I mean, you definitely know when they're going to start throwing the punches. But I think that having taken that brutal knockout beforehand, and then after watching Wood do that to Conlan, now I picked Conlan because, he's Irish, straight up and down. And I knew he was a good boxer, but I knew he wasn't a puncher. Like, the fact that dude was able to battle through all those punches, because, I mean, when Conlan dropped him, I was like, damn, like, he flattened him. Like, dude got up. He was not okay. And he got hit with a lot of bombs. Like, there was a lot of times Lee Wood looked dazed in that fight, and he fought through. So I think the thing is, I don't think Leo's the boxer that Conlan is. Like, at least not hittable. You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz is hittable. So I don't like his chances as much. Isn't Santa Cruz a little bit older too at this point in his career?
He's in his 30s, right?
I mean, because
I think he just turned 31 or 32.
Oh, okay. Well, he's okay. He's not that old then. It just seems like he's been in that many wars. Now, I've seen Leo Santa Cruz in person. He's like not a big dude. Like he looks like a child. Like, tiny. I seen him in a suit and I was like, damn, man. Yeah, you look like a kid. I know I must be older than dirt, but that's, when I seen him some years back, he just looked like a kid in a suit. I just think that power, when you know that he's going to come forward, he's going to crowd him. I just think he's hittable. So I'm going to say, I think, Santa Cruz might get stopped. I mean, he's tough, but I just think after taking a knockout like that, it's up in the air whether you're still taking punches that well.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, the tell, like, yeah, when you got a tell like that, if you got a boxer who's smart enough across from you to time you, if they're really timing you, seeing what you're going to throw first, I mean, that pullback counter, if you got power, is a son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting fight, to say the least. Definitely interesting. Also, what do we have? What do you guys think about Savannah Marshall with her stoppage in the third round the other day? And then we'll, go on to where do you think this is going with Clarissa Shields?
the stoppage was impressive. I really just want to see her fight Clarissa Shields. Now, I don't think that I'm on the Shields team. I don't think she's going to beat Shields. I think Shields is a great boxer. Not tons of power, but I mean, she has dominated.
None, she has none.
You know,
she got 2 knockouts. She has none.
But my thing is, she's good. I mean,
yeah,
she's just whooping everybody, and no one has yet to catch her and really.
She got dropped. She got dropped.
But I'm saying, like, catch her and really
fuck her up.
In danger.
Yeah.
Like where she got up and changed who she was. No one's been able to change.
The girl that dropped her, that shook her. She got the win, but that was quite a tough fight for her. I forget what her name was. The girl that she fought. You know, the girl that dropped her. Is it Gabrielle something or? I'm not that great with women's boxing and the whole, but the girl that dropped her was giving her some lashes. But she pulled out, you know, outboxed her in the end and pulled out the win. But but go ahead.
I mean, my thing, power is great, but when you're a great tactician in the ring at the level that she's at, it's always gonna be hard to beat her because she's gonna put punches on you. She's gonna land scoring blows. Obviously, she ain't getting no knockouts. You know, it's like my man Chino said, you know, I'm not gonna knock you out. I just beat motherfuckers up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Clarissa does. She's going to beat you up, make you look bad. Where that's obviously...
Hannah Gabriel's the one that dropped Clarissa. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Where you see at Marshall, she's dropping. And, like, I respect that in women's boxing because it's not like everyone's getting knockouts, you know, in women's boxing. So if you're a woman boxer and you're consistently knocking other women out, I mean, to me, that's proof that you really got power. And, I mean, she rocked that chick. Caught her nice and clean.
Yeah, and I'm sold on the power, but also I sometimes I have to really lean on the boxing, and I'm saying to myself, what would Shields do if she was in danger? She would box. Even if she got hurt with something, she felt something she didn't like, even if she lost a round and had to regroup, I think her boxing technique, it would take. We will have to see. And we talked about this the other day. Like, yo, the rounds is so short. It's only 10. It's not 12 rounds. It's only 10 rounds. And it's 2 minutes.
20-minute fight.
So you really got to lay it out on the line. Suppose you don't get the chance to land that punch that at least makes Clarissa change her game plan and she's landing and dancing all night. You don't have a lot of time left. That could make you instantly throw out your game plan. So I'd be worried if Marshall got frustrated with either not being able to cut the ring off or she, you know, gassed a little bit going for these kind of damaging punches while she was trying to cut the ring off.
Well, with Marshall, and somebody said it, the thing is, it's not always going with the, it's not always going with the puncher, but Marshall is a boxer as well. Marshall can box. She's an Olympian. Marshall can box and hit hard. And you saying that, you know, there's only 2-minute rounds, that's what makes her even more impressive, that she gets bitches out of there muy pronto, rápido, quick, fast, gone, out of here. And she's had 2 opponents that Clarissa Shields had. Her last opponent, Clarissa Shields went the distance with them. Marshall's had like 4 round 1 knockouts. I want to say 2 round 2 knockouts, and I think about 3 or 4 round 3 knockouts. I think she's gone to round 7 once, so we don't really see her go all the way. She's got out. I think, what is she, like 10 and she's like 10-0, 11-0.
Shannon.
She's like, Shannon. She's got 10-0. 8 of those are by KOs. Come on, she gets bitches out of there. Like, she's the closest that we've got to heavyweight female boxing, where you're going to see knockouts when she's in the ring. That's just a fact.
That's what makes it a great fight, though. That's what makes it a really great fight, because now you have someone who we know is a good boxer, like a Floyd type, right? Money Mayweather, because Pretty Boy was knocking people the fuck out.
People out, yeah.
But Money Floyd, where you look good just beating down your opponents, making them look bad, getting all over them. When then you have somebody else who's a puncher and can box, you know, it's going to come down to who can impose their game plan and will. Because the thing is, with 2-minute rounds, if you can go out there and outbox somebody, you know, hit him with little bee stings the whole time, you can just pile up rounds. But seeing Marshall's knockout ratio, if he can just stop the fight, you know, look at Deontay Wilder. Like, and he was, and I'm not comparing because I know Savannah Marshall.
Oh, there we go, Adrian. There we
better
go.
boxer. But when I'm saying power-wise, Deontay could be losing like those Ortiz fights, losing every motherfucking round. Ortiz tucking his ass up, and then his
but cool Savannah's not that.
Cool. But Savannah can actually fight. She can actually fight. She's not going to be sloppy.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to give credit to, that she can set up those shots as a boxer. So this is definitely not your average. This ain't, respectfully, this ain't an Edgar Berlanga. This ain't somebody that's just coming trying to throw bones. This is somebody that's going to parry and peek with that jab, and if that ain't working, she might throw a check hook before she even thinks about trying to flatten you with the right. I know what she can do. I noticed.
Like she's fluid, but like she's trained under Peter Fury. So when you watch her, they call her the Gypsy Queen. So when you watch her, it's weird because she's fluid, but she's also awkward, and she's a switch hitter, and she does them both effortlessly. It's not like she doesn't just give you a look in southpaw. She can fight in southpaw, and yeah, she does. She's that feint queen. Like her feints. If you just put her next to Tyson Fury with a split screen, you wouldn't believe it. It's wild how, you know, the Peter Fury style is just all over her, Huey, and obviously Tyson Fury. That is going to annoy Clarissa Shields, because Clarissa Shields is faster than her. But I don't know if you're going to be able to keep if she's going to be able to keep Savannah off her for a whole 10 rounds, because Savannah's good at cutting off the ring. She takes about 2 rounds to get into the swing of it. Once she gauges her distance, her jab is impeccable. She's 6 foot. She's 6 foot. When I first saw her fight, she was 100. She was fighting at 175. Yeah, she's big.
Well, let me say this. Big. Let me give a comparison, and it ain't the one y'all gonna think. Mm-hmm. Remember Floyd and Manny? When it's 2 fighters at that level, at the level we presume and the level we observe, I'm trying to tell you, we may think, and Manny's great at cutting the ring off. He's so fast. He can cut the ring off on Floyd, until Manny was punching at air. And I'm not insisting that Clarissa's at that level, but if we're comparing skills in the women's division, she's on that level. And I would not be surprised if we catch Clarissa, you know, trying to catch a couple. If she gets confident enough with the speed difference, that could give her a different confidence. Not that she's going to land any harder shots, but she's going to land differently timed shots that will give her the appearance that she's landing harder shots, because they'll be more confident.
But what I see with Clarissa Shields and the difference with Savannah Marshall is Clarissa Shields has obviously got her speed, yes. But if you watch Clarissa Shields, she's super accurate when it's with a 1-2. Watch her combos. She turns into a windmiller. They turn all mad messy, and then she smothers her own work. She's not going to like. Whereas Savannah Marshall, her combos effortless, on point, and accurate. She doesn't. Savannah Marshall has better combos. Clarissa Shields has, good pot shots and accuracy like that. But you're not going to be able to windmill Savannah Marshall. But she doesn't like being pressured, Savannah Marshall. So Clarissa Shields is going to have to go into the pocket, get some combos off, because this 1-2 ain't going to work. That kind of amateur boxing type of vibe ain't going to work. They both in the Olympics. Remember, Savannah, it doesn't matter. It was the amateurs. Yeah, Savannah beat her. Doesn't mean that Savannah beats her now just because they're pros. But what I'm saying is Savannah's a better combo hitter and accurate with her combos, and Clarissa Shields is not.
So you know what this reminds me of? The female version of, like, remember Left Hook Lacey? when he came over and fought Joe Calzaghe, and everybody just thought he was that dude. You don't remember Left Hook Lacey?
No.
Man. So he
Jeff
was
Left Hook Lacey.
Yeah,
What?
man. He was that dude, and then he came over and he fought Joe Calzaghe. And holy shit, did he get his ass whooped? Like Calzaghe, like the slappy punches and everyone. I mean, but to me, this is kind of like that, right? You got the American who's got all the belts, who's been killing it. You got Savannah Marshall from over here. So it's really one of those where who is really the better person? Is somebody going to get exposed for not being at the top? Because when Left Hook Lacey came over and fought Joe Calzaghe, I mean, that man, I only think he fought a couple fights after that fight. Like,
damn,
he broke his whole
career. Beaten off him. Yep, the brakes beaten off him.
He was supposed to be like the next Mike Tyson in like the light heavyweight division.
They had him. They had him on the Everlast heavy bags at that point. He was getting them kind of endorsements.
Let me find him. One sec. Left Hook Lacey.
But that's what it reminds me of. You got two people. Look at their records. They're great fighters. And the nice part about it is these women are going to try to find out who is the best. You know, we need more of that in men's boxing.
Oh, okay. I know
the best trying to fight the best instead of ducking and talking about politics and business.
Yeah. Here he is. Here he is.
But yeah, I mean,
here he is, guys. This geezer here. This geezer here in the building. Jeff Left Hook Lacey. So he, 27-6-0. Okay, cool. 18 by KOs. He been stopped 3 KOs out of the 6 that he. Okay, so yeah, it's 2015. His last fight was his last fight. What? When did he fight Calzaghe? Roy Jones Jr. beat him too. Yeah, that makes sense. I love Roy. Oh, Joe Calzaghe. Yeah, there you go, guys.
That
2006.
That
Calzaghe was the start of his ending.
Yep, that completely changed the trajectory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go and look at that. Was he 5'10 and a half, 74-inch reach, St. Petersburg. He's from Florida. Left hook, orthodox. So, yeah. Interesting. I'm going to go look at that. Because I love
watch that fight when you get a chance, LadyChann.
Yeah,
like,
I will.
And if you ever get the chance, like for me, when I watch old fights, I actually watch the lead up to it. So I can be excited about it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Even though you know he's going to lose because, you know, Calzaghe was undefeated. That's like, even if you haven't seen some of Floyd Mayweather's fights, it doesn't matter. You know you won.
Oh, yeah. He got some of the, I think when he fought Gotti, dude, the lead up and the shit talk to that was fucking classic.
He beat the brakes off of Arturo. Rest in peace, Gotti. Do you know what I was watching today, actually? I was watching his fight with Zab Judah.
Floyd?
That was a good fight.
Yeah, Floyd.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. I was like, Floyd, he started off really slow in that fight. He gave away, he was 4 rounds down. The first 4 rounds.
First 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, Zab was killing him with speed, bro. I ain't going to lie. Zab was quick. He had Floyd's number for them first few rounds. Floyd was trying to figure that out.
Yep. And then all of a sudden the tide changed and then started to piece him up. And then it was the low blow, round 10. And then everybody rushed into the ring. Oh, Roger Mayweather, God rest his soul, he rushed into the ring. The police got in the ring. Everyone's like, Leonard Ellaby was in the ring. People was on the floor. It was hype. And then that all got, so I was like, yeah, because at the time, it looked like it may have, they was just going to, disqualify Team Mayweather. And then, anyway, they get out of the ring and then they give Floyd 5 minutes. But he was like, I don't need 5 minutes. I'll shake it out. And then he lost Floyd lost the 11th round. So it kind of stopped his momentum. So the 11th round he lost. And then on the 12th round, he came back in and was kind of mocking Zab and sticking his tongue out and stuff like that. And And it was that was a really good fucking fight.
Very
Yeah.
I really
rough
like
fight.
Zab Judah, but it's just shitty because I feel like I watch a lot of fights where he just mentally would come apart. He'd be doing good, and then just some shit
He
would break
reverts.
inside of him, and he'd break down. Like when he
Yeah.
lost to Carlos Baldemir before the
Yeah.
Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
where
what? I was like, what the fuck? That was a layup.
he was coming off that loss from
Yep.
He was that was before
He was
the Floyd-
supposed to have that belt, but I think Floyd and him already signed that contract, so it didn't even matter that he didn't have the belt. So Floyd fought him anyways.
Floyd fought him anyway, and they had their own because they were really good friends, and then they had their little shit where they fell out, and I remember the story and all of that. So yeah, it was just interesting to revisit that, and it was like Floyd. So yeah, I get what you guys are saying with the Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall. In my opinion, Savannah Marshall stops Clarissa Shields' late round stoppage. The early late rounds, not like round 10 or 11. I'm thinking maybe like round 9-ish, and she's out of there. And she may be out of there even quicker. That's what I think. But yeah, I think she'll go to the deepest waters that she's ever been to, Savannah. Yeah,
You think it'll be tough for her though?
Only 10
if they
rounds
go
anyway.
past round 7?
Well, actually, it's only 10 rounds anyways for their minute, so it's not going to be like maybe 8, round 8. Would you say 8?
Think about
do you
that.
think
Go ahead,
Savannah
Angel,
will
sorry.
get tired though? You think she's gonna get tired going that
Possibly.
if they go that deep? Do you think that she'll be more exhausted and maybe lose some later rounds if she doesn't get her out of there?
Possibly. That's the interesting thing.
Because my thing is she don't like her. I seen her. She's talking shit. Like to me, I hope it doesn't become like a T.O. situation where Savannah gets so amped up that she looking to crush her so bad. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's the case. Savannah Marshall is a good boxer. She sets up her power. That's why she's able to get people out of there. You know,
we've been seeing Clarissa, because Clarissa's here and she's signed by Sky and Boxer, so UK so we get to see her quite a lot, and she looks like she's a bit unraveled. She looks like she can't go into that ring with all that animosity, because Savannah Marshall was very she's called the silent assassin. She really doesn't talk much. She's very mild mannered, so it's totally different when you see her out of the ring than when you see Savannah Marshall in the ring. Whereas you see Clarissa Shields, like she's got that big character, mouth out and in the ring.
I think she may be hitting the Tyson, the UK audience with a bit of a Tyson Fury. Because we said the same thing about Fury when he's over here standing on tables, cursing on national television, saying, yo, we don't know if he's going to be in his right mind before the Wilder fight. What is he doing? Is he becoming unraveled? And he went in there and went to war. So, this could be a bit of, we're talking about a seasoned vet. This could, and for women's boxing. She's trying to sell this fight. Remember, there's another big fight looming with another big women's fighter that's calling herself the GOAT or have other people acknowledging her as such. So she has to separate herself from Amanda Serrano's legacy. So this could be a part of trying to sell the fight. I would be none surprised.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be a fucking great fucking fight. So I can't wait anyway, regardless.
It's good for business.
Yeah.
Honestly, for the business of women's boxing, that's the one thing I'll give the women credit to.
Yeah.
Because it's so much harder for them, but they're all willing to fight each other. They're willing to put up the best fights to get the numbers up and to get it noticed. Where on the other side of boxing, we got to wait 3 years for the fight that we really want.
Hey, Adrian, I said she did the right thing. She showed all these fighters. Sometimes, like how Big Pun said, sometimes you got to set a woman to do a man's job. She showed you how to pull up. She went all the way to the UK, and she had the composure to say, oh, but she got in my face at my last fight. Y'all mean to tell me I can't get in the ring?
Yeah.
Real calm.
You could see the bias already that over here. They're like, Savannah Marshall could pull up, but you can't pull up on hers. They had all security. Let Clarissa in the ring. Sky flew her in to come and do all of that, and you're trying to stop her from going in the ring.
But how many of our favorite fighters make excuses and say, "Nah, I don't got to go. I don't even watch his fights. I don't got to go to the fights."
Right.
Good segue. Because we're gonna go with Errol Doctorious Spence Jr. here.
Okay.
Oh, I know, Adrian, you were a Spence fan.
You know
And we
what?
used
I do like Spence.
we
I
used to
like
butt
Spence, but
heads all this.
I like Crawford too. I'm not like that. I'm not
No, I
biased
hate
towards
when
that.
people. Do you know what do you know what I've gathered? You see when people say that, right? I hit. I have an analytical mind, so I clock patterns, right? And everybody that says to me, "I like Spence, but I like Bud too," it always means. And then when I start speaking to them, they always prove to me and show to me that they actually like Spence and not Bud that much at all. Every single time, like all the time. Oh, I like Spence, but I'm a Bud fan too. And it's never, I'm not saying that for you, but I'm just saying I've heard this many a time. And me and you, we've spoke about Spence and Bud. I used to get crucified being the Bud supporter. You guys was Team Spence, not I mean as such, but you, Chulo, everybody else was Team Spence, and I was Team Bud. Yeah, I'm Team Bud.
Here's the thing. I for sure thought Bud no chance. But after seeing the way that Errol started to act when this fight got closer, like when the colors, truly coming out, like, because Earl's like, I get it. He's like laid back. He's Mr. Cool, right? So
Boring.
I get the whole fucking persona thing, but it's like the thing about Bud is he's had that same energy. Now he's free. He's got the other piece of the title. The only thing with Errol is like, oh, I'll get to that. But I got to give him his respect because he has 2 of the straps. He's fighting for the 3rd one. He who has the 4th one. He's got to go see him.
Well, he better.
But watching the fights, because I've watched more Bud fights and watching Errol fights, right? They're on the horizon to fight. So I've been studying them, and I'm like, man, that's just a great fight. It's really good fight. But the detached retina is a problem for me. Like,
me too.
That's a major thing.
Tell them why. Because it's psychological as well.
Right. I mean, to me, like, the fact that you could get hit so hard you'll never see again. Like, you know what I'm sorry. Like, I just don't think there's anybody who wouldn't think about that. Like, listen, I got a kid in my gym. He's completely blind in his right eye. I didn't know this for like the first 2-3 weeks he's there. I never really, because you can't really tell unless you look.
No,
right?
you can't. Yeah, you would. Yeah.
And he's just like, and I told him, I said, well, I'm going to have to teach you to box a different way. I said, you can't fuck. I said, you literally can't see this coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just the old Rocky thing. I'm like, this is your field of vision.
So he can't see less coming to it.
Right. So I was like, you got to fight with your hand up right here, and you have to fight off a touch.
Yeah.
If you feel the punch there, you can react.
Yeah.
But you always have to have this up. You can't just use this recklessly, because when you're here, you can't see anything coming from here.
Yeah, from that angle. So his peripherals all gone, everything's gone.
So that's fear. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
why that fought Muhammad Ali 3 times? He's just named come out of my head.
Frazier?
He was blind in one eye.
But my thing is, he's already blind, right? If I'm somebody who sees with 2 eyes,
yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's how he makes his money, right? So maybe he has a different mentality. Maybe he's built differently. But if you know that you could get hit and be blind or take too much damage and never see,
and that's a different factor. Yeah.
To me, it's like, do you have that 5th gear to go into a war when it's like how like Fury fucking Wilder 3 was, where them 2 dudes probably put 20% of their soul on that fucking ring because they wanted to win so fucking bad.
Their souls are still there.
Right. Well, exactly. They lost something. Those 2 dudes will never be the same after that. My thing is after the car crash, the detached retina, because you got to understand that that's, after the car crash. So you can't tell me that's not because you took that kind of trauma. And then you didn't take some punches for that to find out that it's detached. So to me, it's just going to depend, because Danny Garcia is a good puncher. I'll beat him.
Yeah, I give him credit for not doing tune-ups.
Well,
that's what I give him credit for.
I'm gonna add to this concept of the mental barrier being bigger, And not to be messy, but since we're all subject to scrutiny in social media, I mean, I think the situation he got, with the young lady on social media, I think that can be a bit of a distraction going into a fight if you don't have those affairs in order. Some fighters, they
Who?
got it.
What young
Errol
lady?
Spence. Errol Spence.
What happened? What did I miss?
Some gal business on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's his,
Really?
yes.
When? Long
No,
time.
his child's mother has been over the internet over the last several weeks, putting pictures up, disparaging. As a matter of fact, she actually screenshotted that she started following and inboxing Bud Crawford. This young lady did.
I need to.
Damn.
The mother of his children is inboxing Terrence Crawford. Now,
So the girl he's with now is a different woman.
I mean,
That's not the one that he's with now. He's got kids because he's got 3 kids. So maybe that's an old baby mother, and it's not the one he's with now. It couldn't be.
well, he is Jamaican, so I mean, I know a situation.
It's in the daddy. You get me?
Is it?
Yeah, but go ahead. Sorry.
But I'm saying these are the things that can become a distraction. So the eye, the resiliency, the physical part with then your phone ringing, you trying to train, you got this baby mother calling your phone, you like, oh my God, I'm trying to prepare for Ugas and then Crawford.
Yeah.
These are the things, that you have to be very, very disciplined as a fighter to get to
baby
that point.
mama drama.
And the biggest thing is this: neither one of them have lost yet. They don't know what they don't know what
it feels like to lose.
Exactly. You got you got to realize, I look at that when you got 2 fighters who both have an O. When you don't know what it feels like to lose, it's probably never in your mind that you're gonna lose. You know what I mean?
Errol Spence better start realizing him gonna lose.
I mean, he's an exciting fighter. I think that he can adapt, but my thing is, I've definitely seen after watching Bud fight more, the dude's got a lot of tools in his box. He can switch hit, he can dog it out. He can sit there and just box you. He's got a full toolkit, and it's good. The fact that he can switch hit that well. I mean, some people who do that can do a couple combinations here and there, but to be able to full out box from the other side.
He's to me, I think he fights better in southpaw. It's when he fights in orthodox, and then he needs to take it up a gear. Once he switches southpaw, it's game over usually. Yeah, it's game over usually. Yeah, I think naturally, he's a better southpaw, but obviously, I've seen him stop people orthodox as well, and obviously win fights orthodox. But he is better. You saw what he did to Kell Brook. He started off orthodox. I predicted the exact round. I said that's going to be a 4th round stoppage for Bud. Just call me Boxstradamus. You lot didn't realize when you was talking to me, when you met me, that I was Boxstradamus. Didn't you guys realize that I was? Who predicted 4th round stoppage? It's on my channel as well. I was like, round 4. Everyone was like, why are you saying specifically round 4? I said, I don't know, because I see a lot of what Bud seems to turn up in by that 4th round. He seems to be in beast mode. And I've seen him stop a couple of other people in round 4. So I just used the laws of averages, and I thought, he's getting Kell Brook out of there in round 4. And he did. So, and like I said, he's just I think he's a different animal. He's a different being. I know the good points of Errol. I think he's a great inside fighter. He's got an amazing jab. His body shots are second to none. But I don't think the old Errol is in the build dizzying anymore. In my opinion, there's a lot of things that are, like we've just said, going against him. But with Ugas, I was speaking to Uncle Ronnie, and I said 2019 Spence would whoop Ugas's ass every day of the week and twice on a Sunday. I still think Spence is going to beat him, but I wouldn't be shocked if Ugas won. I wouldn't be shocked. But I think if Spence beats him, it's not going to be by a wide margin. And that's what we were saying, me and I don't think it's going to be like a 7-5.
So let me jump in right here, because I've really got mixed feelings about this Ugas fight. I feel like Ugas doesn't have a chance to stop Errol unless you know,
No,
Earl,
he doesn't.
you know what I'm saying, is physically vulnerable in some way that we can't even imagine. Which I think if that would have happened, it would have happened against Danny.
Yeah.
I don't think Ugas will win a split decision, but it's like Ugas is not an easy fighter either, because when he throws the boxing out the window, he has shown it's sloppy work, but he will work, he will fight, he will bang. And maybe if he lures Earl into that type of, bout, um, how we talk about fighters leaving something in the ring, man. Because Ugas ain't coming. This is what I'm trying to say. Everybody talking about Spence and Crawford. What do you think Ugas is coming to do?
Listen,
This man went
Ugas is coming like
To defend his
Cambosos
title.
came to Tio, okay?
There you go.
That's what he's coming to do. He's like, yeah, you keep on underestimating me. Y'all keep saying that shit. I took care of Manny. I'm going to let him keep on talking because I'm going to try to go take care of Earl too, because when I got all three of them straps, y'all can kiss my fucking ass. That's
Great
what,
point,
you
Adrian.
know, that's what he's on.
I'm the one that took care of Manny. He's saying I'm the one that took care of Manny. Y'all fools fought each other. I fought. Now what we think about Manny is whatever, but sometimes you need to do that fly chick to get you the confidence to get the other fly chicks. You know what I'm saying? So, he feeling good now.
Well, listen, man. Did everyone think that Manny was gonna lose?
I did. I knew. I'm talking about predictions. I predicted that one.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was wrong about that one.
Was pull it out.
Wrong about that.
I was wrong about that one. I thought Manny would pull it. I said it may be tricky, but I thought Manny would edge it, but I didn't. Yeah. I thought Manny was gonna win. I think
when I saw the fight,
did we call that fight together?
I was gonna say, I think we did the fight chat for that one.
We did. We called that fight together. Adrian, was you with us? I don't know if you was with us. We called that on TBV. We did. Yeah, we called that together. And then, that was wild.
Listen, Manny got beat down. Like when I seen how good he was placing his shots on Manny, I was like, damn, Manny. Like you just getting fucking destroyed in front of the world. Like
he got beat down. I thought Manny was gonna edge it. I did think Manny was gonna he got beat the fuck down. It weren't even it was convincingly he lost. Yeah.
That's the thing. They couldn't steal it from him. Because if it would have been close, politics would have called for the other fight. But he made sure that didn't happen. So that's how I look at it too, though. Ugas is the dark horse, man. Like,
right?
Why does he give a shit? He has nothing to lose but that strap, right?
Right.
He already beat a legend. You're already gonna be known as the dude, a dude who beat Manny at the end of his career, who retired.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna have that on your record forever. And the other people who have the credit of beating Manny Pacquiao for the most part, your name with some big guys. But yeah, I mean, it's a win-win for me. Like Ugas has to come in no matter what. If he does good again, even if he doesn't win, but it's close, you don't think that dude's not going to be getting top fights in the division and making tons of money?
Maybe, but he's quite old though.
No,
even though he hasn't got that much miles on the clock, Ugas is
Thomas Delorme still out there fighting. Thomas Delorme still out there fighting, and as long as he's the guy to beat Manny Pacquiao, and remember where he started. He's coming off of the loss, huh?
Delorme.
Yeah,
he's not good anymore.
But he's available because of his reputation and his pedigree. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, remember, Porter worked his way to this position coming off. Ugas worked his way in this position coming off of a loss to Porter. Yeah, that was so long ago, and he still got the Pacquiao fight. Suppose, just for argument's sake, he loses his fight. You don't think they'd line him up in there with somebody like a Boots?
Yeah, you're right. And that
Thurman,
would be some money.
Maybe Thurman would actually want to fight, another one of his peers instead of a 140-pounder. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, exactly. Because Boots is now signed to PBC, so
Ugas would be serviceable.
PBC, yeah, he could still make a decent living and still make some great money. You're right. He doesn't have to, because he's got, even though he's old, he hasn't got a lot of damage. He hasn't suffered a lot of damage. So, and also he's got even more to fight for that now. Cuba has allowed their boxers, their amateurs to be pros and stuff. So, he's coming in there like a boost with a lot of machismo and And you know, like Spence, don't overlook this dude.
Yeah.
Well, exactly,
He's
and
got a lot
that's
to
a
do.
problem in
Them not
boxing.
easy.
How many upsets have we
Not
seen
easy.
last year? How many upsets did we see? Like fights where like, damn,
Back to
a
back
lot.
to
Oh, exactly.
starting from, was it starting from like Joshua, Teofimo? It just kept. Well, some would say Joshua wasn't an upset because you could predict that, you know, Usyk would beat him. But, you know, it was still a bit of an upset. It was still a bit of an upset.
Exactly. So, I
Yeah.
mean, there's been a lot of upsets lately, which to me is not a bad thing in boxing as long as it's a clear win. Because,
Yeah.
you know, when the politics gets in the way and people win because we want to see a different fight, that's bullshit. That's
Yeah.
disrespectful to the fighter
Yeah.
who trained for the
Who
fight.
won.
So when we
Yeah.
see these upsets, like I've even seen some on the local level. Like I was with my fighter in LA. I actually got to hang out with Info Joe out there.
Info
kicking
Joe
with
is a boost.
Exactly. And he really is. He really is. Some dudes came out and got me, and JP too, from Long Beach, and we kicked it. But the main event, it was a promoter's son fighting for like a WBC North American title. It was a secondary. Right. So they brought in some dude who had 12 losses, but he had lost to like Gary Russell Jr.'s brother, shit like that. Oh, okay. Man, when that fight happened, that boy from the B side, because you know we was all the B side, right? He beat the shit out that dude. And I thought they were going to rob him, but he like clearly whooped his ass. Man, he had the belt in the bus to go back to the hotel like we robbed that motherfucker. Like it was going to come and try to take that shit fucking back. Like the promoter actually ended up coming to the hotel later, I guess, to try to sign him to a few fight deal.
Yeah, deal. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he wanted his son to have that title. I was looking at them. I was like, yeah, man, they want to take that back.
They want to.
They want to find somebody to beat that dude
over the head and just take the belt back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was wild. But it's like cherry pick gone wrong, right? They looked at his record, and if you would have looked at his name's Jose Marufo. He's actually a really cool dude.
Yeah. But he got 12 losses.
Right. But he had lost to like if you pulled up his box rec, you're gonna see names on there and you're gonna be like, well, okay. But it was just like that cherry pick, like this dude fought real dudes. And the dude's son was like 10-0, you know, 10-0, 11, you know, and
he just took that
Oh yeah. He took
gave him poured in some Cheerio cereal. Cheerios. Yeah.
Straight up. But it was beautiful to see because they didn't rob him. You know, like the whole promotion and at that club level, that, you know, I mean, you probably know, I'm sure you guys have gone to like local fights or like the bigger local ones. You know, do you know the vibe? Like when the house fighter, this and that, like it was not beautiful afterwards. There's a lot of real angry people.
And it was it can go from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. You like security? Oh, there's no security here.
But and listen, when the security is the promoter's security and you just whip the promoter's son's ass, nah.
I like a good. I've started to enjoy and appreciate upsets now. Like because it just makes, because boxing is become, sometimes it became so mundane and we weren't getting the fights that we want. So sometimes when you just see it just go left, like I appreciate it now. Like I don't care if it's my favorite fighter, if it's a fighter that I root for. It's just like you got to appreciate that in boxing, that no other sport really can give you that. No other sport can give you that upset. No, and that's what we Yeah.
They make you appreciate the sport in its totality and get out of your fandom.
Right.
You have to take a step back and be like, yo, my guy, and I'm not going to throw him away and I'm not going to quit on him, but that motherfucker got his ass with. Damn.
But listen, it's like the whole Mayweather effect. Like, listen, people lose. When good fighters fight good fighters, people lose. That's how it works. Like all our favorite fighters lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you look at all your favorite fighters, there might be a couple. Like, what do we got? Andre Ward. I love Andre Ward. You got Floyd.
We got Floyd. We got Calzaghe. We got Bard. We got we've even got Virgil Ortiz. We've got Boots Ennis.
But I'm talking like legendary guys.
Are you talking about
like
the
Ali's, the whatever?
I
like
think
Muhammad...
Ali lost, Tyson lost.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of our favorite fighters.
Chad Dawson,
Yeah.
Roy Jones,
lost. Hopkins lost.
Ray Leonard, Hagler,
Holyfield lost. Like they all lost, and there's no shame in like with their ATGs in the Hall of Famers. So like, yeah, as long as you're losing to tough level of opposition, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's boxing. Let me just do this super chat from Gracias, muy apreciada, mi hermano. What happened? Ness don't mess with you guys anymore. ¿Qué pasó? No, it was just a play on, you know, because we are all from TBV, but we're not like on TBV like that anymore, are we? So it's the TBV, the ex-TBV link up, you know? But
right.
yeah.
Glad
but
we got your attention, Bang.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on Vegas next week, though.
Yeah, because Adrian already explained earlier that he's going to Vegas to link Ness is flying him out to do some. They're doing some business, so yeah, so that's it. SOS. See, that's it. So yeah, but we are the TBV compadres for show. Thank you for that super chat as well, because usually you come to agitate me in my comments. Bang Mateo. When it comes to what's his one that he always tries to agitate me with? Oh, AJ. You know he always comes to agitate me. It could be about something, and he'll be like, "But AJ though." Like,
what about Lubin Fundora? I just watched that weigh-in, and I'm picking Lubin, right? Was going with Lubin, and I looked at that weigh-in. At how short he really looks, I was like, God damn, that's
Fundora at 6'6".
Yeah, I mean, but just to see, I'm like, how the hell y'all in the same weight class? Like, not even trying to say nothing, but Fundora has to be flat all the way through his whole body.
Yeah, I would pick Erickson Lubin, for that, but you never know. You don't know how that. Just before going to that, I was just checking out, Emmanuel Tago, or I don't know how you pronounce his name, Tago. And he's getting his ass beat. He's going to walk. Listen, that geezer has no defense. He's got power. He's got speed, right? He's only lost once, his pro debut. And he's like 40 fights here and he's never lost. But listen, he's only fought like in Ghana, right? And listen, but he's KO'd he's KO'd people. He's got a high stop. But listen, the guy don't have no defense at all. He throws a shot and it's like, I need to fucking show you. Can I show you lot? Like, let me just show you his little bit of highlight. Like, it's wild. I was like, yeah, I know why Ryan picked you guys. Like, why you was picked. You are going to sleep,
now,
mate.
Listen, while you
all
look for
knew
that,
Ryan was getting a can. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it.
Bro, he's going to sleep. He's going to sleep, guys. He's going to sleep.
That little fake dust up they had, it looked like I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys are old enough to remember. It looked like Michael Jackson and Wesley Snipes in the Bad video. Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, well you're nothing."
Yeah, I know.
Ryan needs to shut the fuck up. He can't talk shit. Like that dude has no shit talking in him at all. He's like dumb as hell.
1991 Michael Jackson.
He was trying to talk some shit.
I mean, he made a good attempt, but he better never try to rib nobody because they're going to rib the shit out of him.
Have a look at this.
Welcome back, boxing fans. Today we're taking a look at Emmanuel to go best highlights. Emmanuel to go versus Gilbert Delos Reyes on April 24th, 2015 at Accra Sports Stadium, Ghana. Emmanuel to go beat Gilbert Delos Reyes by technical knockout at 2:45 in the round 4 of 12.
Bro, he's just lucky. Hang on.
Emmanuel to go versus.
He's handpicked for Ryan. Ryan gonna
Listen,
flatten his ass.
you see how his hands are not even up.
Bro,
He's got
that
speed.
overhand right.
He's got a good overhand right.
There.
He's got a good overhand right, but
No, I'm talking about Ryan gonna hit him with the right. He's
got a good overhand right as well. But Ryan's gonna hit him with the overhand right. Shot to but he's gonna walk into a shot. He is going to swing. He didn't even have his hands up. You see him flailing, like he throws shots and doesn't return his hands back to guard his chin at all. And it's only because you're fighting cans that you've got away with that. But when you're going to be fighting someone, he's going to sleep. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, you out.
Listen, the second they called this fight, like we all knew Ryan was going to get a tin can coming back. Listen, I'm not even like making fun of, having issues with, mentally and all that stuff. But like, dude, he wasn't coming back to anybody who was going to be tough. He's getting a confidence building fight, something that's going to make him look good and make it look attractive for him to try to get a big fight that he'll probably pull out of. No offense to Ryan, but you done pulled out so many times, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's what you do. So we just got to see.
Out so many times, I don't know how you've really got 3 kids.
Me, I know. Hey, listen, they're all 5 years apart. So I only fucked up once every 5 years. Just saying, that's a pretty good average. But I'm past that now. I'm done now. Shit, I need a pull-out game like Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, his pull-out game. He's still making the kids on there with the pull-outs. He's pulling out the fights. He's not pulling out of the fucking making the kids though. So I don't know.
That's because his excuses is sloppy. You know what I'm saying? He's not keeping it together. And I think.
Dude, he's going to put that dude to sleep. How old is to go? He's in his deep 30s, isn't he? He's old, isn't he? When I say old, I mean for a boxer.
He's grown. He's not a young guy.
Yeah, he's going to be out like a light. He out. That's all I know. But that's all I wanted to say with that. But go on back to Lubin and Fundora. Who have you got? Who are you picking?
I'm picking Lubin, but it's crazy seeing the height difference. Like, I'm still going to roll with Lubin, but I'm still like looking at Fundora like, damn, man, that's going to be a tall task to get inside.
Literally
a guy that long. I mean, once you get in there, you can do some damage, but that's just a lot of reach.
Yeah,
it's like fighting Tommy Hearns.
I think the difference is going to be strategy and Kevin Cunningham, right? Kevin Cunningham, I think, is going to have a nice game plan. Now, it's obvious to say Lubin's going to work the body, but I think he's going to work the body only to set up. He's gonna have to
jump up and punch him in the head. He need that dude to lean over.
He's gonna have to do them lunging manny lefts or rights, whatever. He's gonna have to do lunges to get up there.
And I think because Fundora will be really trying to protect his body, Lubin's not gonna headhunt, but will set up some opportunities. It's not gonna be by stoppage. But I think he can bang on Fundora over rounds, and as long as he can close the distance. You got to close the distance and be the more active fighter. I think he can pull it out. I think he's going to fight smarter because, fighting his way back to this opportunity. And he himself probably feels like, Sebastian Fundora is in my way from a Charlo and from somebody else at 154. So, I mean, he's not going to fight with that same reckless aggression he used to have. I'm going to need him to keep it all the way in pocket and stick to the strategy. But I think he pulls it out.
Yeah, me too. It's going to distance. You, Age? Distance? Lubin?
Yeah. I don't. That guy is so tall. I think you can't risk trying to knock him out and getting sloppy because him being that tall and being able to move around the ring, you just got to secure the rounds. And, if it opens up, obviously take your opportunity. Yeah. But just looking at the trajectory of how his punch would have to be to hit Fundora in the head, like, you're just going to take a lot of power off your punch because when you punch up, you lose power.
Right.
And
you do because it's the angle. Yeah.
Right. Because you're not like punching down on somebody. You're trying to punch up and through.
Across. Yeah. That's going to be a tricky one. And so, okay, so we're all on the same page with that. And then we got one more topic I want to cover. Canelo Bivol. Tell me. Hang on, let me do this super chat. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. We have a $2 super chat. So, AJ all day. This is my guy, AJ. AJ Spay. Alex, thank you for the $2 super chat. To go as a former champ, he held the IBO belt. Oh, see? You learned something new because, boy, I didn't know this dude. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know this dude.
Did you know who Makabu was?
What? Only from a little bit, only because Tony Bellew had fought him. But then after that, I forgot about him because there was nothing ever to remember. And then Canelo was saying he's going to fight him, and I was like, at first I was like, who? And then it was like Tony. But I was like, oh, him. I'm so glad that wave's over. Yeah.
But Canelo Bivol,
yeah.
You know, I was watching some Bivol fights, man. He's really fucking good.
Come on.
He is.
He's fucking epic.
Dude, he's really fucking good. I think he's definitely probably one of the better people to have a chance to beat Canelo just because of the size and the power, you know, those jabs. I think he has a chance. I don't betting against Canelo now to me is like when you used to try to bet against Floyd, you know, which I never did because I liked winning money. That's just how I feel right now. The dude's just been performing really well. I called the last fight. I said the round he was going to stop him in. I was like, oh, it's going to be good till it gets toward the end, and then it's not a fight anymore.
When this was capping for Plant, and we was like, look, dude, Plant ain't beating Canelo. Drop it. He ain't beating him. He's not beating him at all. Like, and then what happened? He got beat. He did a good job though. Wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. So
no, listen. I scored Plant winning that fight until he got knocked out. I like the jab. I did. That's how I scored it. I thought he was winning.
Me too.
Yeah, Plant. Yeah.
Hang on. Did I score it on? Hold on. Did I call that with you guys? Because if I did, I think you did. Let me check my fight score because I have it on the app. Maybe I didn't score. Hang on. You had Plant winning. Yep.
But like my thing is, he was gonna do good till he didn't do good, and I called it perfectly. Like
I had Plant winning some decent rounds. No, I didn't score. I think I called that. I must have called that with Ness. I'm sure I did. I called it with Ness. So I didn't have it on fight score, and we was just doing it ourselves. Like, yeah, what round? Yeah, and we had Plant up at one point. We did. We had Plant up at one point, and then it kind of evened out. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. It wasn't a big margin that say that went to the distance. That wouldn't have been a big margin win for Canelo, in my opinion. It wouldn't have been. So I kind of get where you're coming from. I kind of get because
it depends on what you like. It depends on what you like. My thing is, I rewatched the fight, and I could understand how someone goes with power punching and the more effective shots over the volume of punches that's being landed. Because at the end of the day, I just thought that Caleb Plant did good catching lots of shots on his shoulders, arms, elbows. I thought he didn't get hit by a lot. But but that's just me. I enjoy that kind of boxing. So and I give more credit for the jab than most people do.
Like that was the kind of like the debate. Oh, like what are you gonna a normal jab versus like power punches? What are you gonna score if someone does like 5 jabs and then but they get hit with 2 power punches? Who win? Like who gets it? Do you understand it? Well, I remember there was that debate. But yeah, you're right. It was closer than a lot of people. But I did have obviously if it wasn't for that knockout by that time I had Canelo. I think we had Canelo just edging it. But But
Well, y'all, unfortunately, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do gotta go.
yeah,
My
we're
time has
wrapping up.
yeah,
Yeah. Shout
my
out your
time
social
expired.
media.
Oh
So you
yeah,
hang
yeah.
up with Bivol Canelo just before you go, and then I can get yours, and then we wrap up. So Bivol Canelo and social media, Bivol Canelo, and social media. So go ahead, Age.
Oof, that's tough. You know what? I'm jumping out the window. I'm gonna go with Bivol.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I
then
may come with you. I'm scared.
yeah, I'm going with Bivol. So my social media, Black Man Jones on Instagram, just my first and last name, Adrian Rowan on Facebook. I'm not fancy enough for TikTok and all that other shit. So, thanks for having me on.
You're more than welcome.
Y'all have a good one.
Salute.
You're more than welcome, Age. Thank you. And I'll speak to you later. I'll speak to you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, babe. Take it easy. Go ahead, King Amin of Essex, your Canelo Bivol prediction, and we out the building.
I think
and then your social media as well.
I think I gotta rock with Bivol. Listen, I gotta rock with Bivol only because I feel like this is the one time Canelo moves up and he runs into something that he's not going to be able to deal with in the later rounds. The power might be the difference. I don't see what I don't see happening is what happened with Caleb Plant. Like I don't see it getting to the later rounds and Canelo might be perceived to be down on the scorecards and then he just come back and just start battering Bivol. I don't see that happening against Bivol. I see that he might approach that sort of gear and then Bivol is kind of like, nah, this shit is something different.
Nah, son.
Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. I'm jumping out there with Bivol. And if Canelo wins, then he's that deal. But what the fuck? The pressure's on him. It's not for me to be right. The pressure's on Canelo.
That's for that, and that's facts, and that's real. I'm not. I was going to jump out the window. I was on the ledge, and then I've backed back up, and I've got back in.
Yeah,
so I'm going with. I'm going. I know. I think Canelo. I think it's going to be. It's going to go the distance, and yeah, Canelo wins by decision. That's what I think. But I would love to see it the other way around as well. I'm always down for a good upset, but I think Canelo wins by decision. He's not knocking out Bivol. Bivol's never been down in his career, neither is Canelo, but Bivol is the natural big guy. And Canelo's got a great chin. I don't think Bivol. I don't think Bivol's going to drop Canelo, but anything can happen. But I just think it's going to go to a points decision, and that it's going to be Canelo on points, split decision. That's where I'm going.
Check this out for a little prediction. Canelo goes down for the first time in his career, but Bivol gets stopped.
That would be, I'd bring you right back on the show, like right after the fight. Be like, get your ass back on. Like, that would be epic if that happens. That would probably be deemed as fight of the year then. So that's so far if it pans out like that, for sure. You never know. Well, that's your prediction. We've got 2 for Bivol, 1 for Canelo. I've wrote them down so I can remember them, and I'm going to cut this piece up anyway and put our predictions out. Tell them where they can find you. King Amin of Essex. Yeah, that was a hot take.
King Amin of Essex 1 on Instagram. Please, please, please don't miss out. I got all your news and notes, especially women's boxing. You need to be kept abreast, no pun intended. Come and check me out. Also on Twitter, King Amin of Essex 1, and on YouTube. I got a little thing I do called the Championship Rounds, King Amin of Essex 1, where I take a little deep dive into some of the more nuanced aspects of pugilism that I find interesting. So
I'm gonna say I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna click on right over. I'll send me the link in on my phone. Yeah.
You done know.
You're done now. I mean, thank you so much for coming through, Lady Marion. Woo! Thank you for coming through. We're gonna do it again. Like this isn't, I spoke to James Payne and he was out in the field at work and he was like, "Damn, I'm an hour away from the laptop." So I said, "Don't worry, we'll do another one where this is the first of many." You've already graced my show with your presence as well. Anyway, so we continue. It was Adrian's first time. We bring him into the deep waters, and he's
repeat defender.
Yeah, you're a repeat offender. Yeah. So thank you so much, for coming through. And I'm going to, remember, send me the link to your channel and I'm going to, right, because I'd like to see some of those, that nuanced stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Mwah. Love to the family. Mwah.
Yes, likewise. Listen, sis, have me back to your audience. Thank you for having me. Check me out as well. You guys be well in the UK. I love y'all, man.
Mwah. Thanks, See you later, King.
All right.
So, guys, that was the kings of New Jersey and the Midwest, because I've forgotten Adrian. Adrian, sorry, I forgot where. I do know it. Oh, fuck. But yeah, so the Midwest, New Jersey, the East, and London, Inglaterra. See, ya tu sabes. Anyway, guys, you've been amazing. So I'm going to say bye to Lance Mayer, was in the building. Slim Reaper. Paul Evans was in the building. That guy was in the building. G, you was in the building, wasn't you? Mickey W was in the building. Sammy Ali, there you are. You was in the building. Sorry, Sammy, I just saw you now. Bold and Understanding was in the building. What up, Bold? Roderick Freeler, hi King, you was in the building. Yeah, they always have great points. Bang Mateo, AJ all day was in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. Lance Mayer, you came through later, mama. Woo, you was in the building. Thank you so much for coming through, King. Girl behind the mic, you was in the building. The Queen of Queens. I always chop it up with Girl behind the mic. Lovely soul, lovely. Yeah, like my yin to my yang. Like me and her together makes equilibrium, because I'm the and she's the calming one with facts and law. Girl behind the mic also has a YouTube channel. Please just type in Girl Behind the Mic on YouTube, and she covers vast topics. She writes books as well, and on her YouTube channel, I think there's in the description box, there's a link to her books. She does sleep and dream analysis, if I'm correct, and it's very interesting. So make sure you check out Girl Behind the Mic in the building. Thank you, Queen, for coming through. Massively appreciated. Also, shouts out to my sister Lisa Bales. Oh, just Hesse, I never saw. Let me do that, Hesse. Mi hermano, disculpe. One sec. Thank you so much for the $2. Shout out to lovely LadyChann from LA. Do a GGG live. I can't do a triple G live, man. I don't know, man. That's some late mad times. It's 5 a.m. for me. And, makeup, hair, and I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll play it by ear. Do you know? So Bold and Understanding. Thank you, Toby Barlett. Thank you for coming through. Shouts out to TJ Thomas Joan King of all kings. Thank you for coming through. Lisa Bales is at an appointment. Thank you for coming through. Sawab Boxing. Thank you, Sawab. AJ all day. Canna. Thank you for coming, Canna, as well. Everybody, the Keggy. Thank you for coming. New Country was in the building. UGC Flame was in the building too. So you know how we end off the show. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rap nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gone. LadyChann has left the building. Gone. LadyChann. Fight.